Defend yourself and strike back! A magic user! Interrupt the spell and retaliate! Well done! With every memory that returns, your resistance grows stronger. Now follow... notices me, we'll both be lost. Just believe in yourself and you can do this. You simply need to jump.
This game is sick. This is only like the first 5 minutes too. So I made a girl Khajiit race character in hype of the upcoming Elsewhere DLC. That shit's gonna be awesome. Gotta figure this out though. sword. No. That's not what I wanted to do. How do I equip both? Oh no, I didn't. That's cool. I want to get rid of this. There's probably tons of them in this game. Just like Ski Rim.
You can't escape my mind trap. I'll destroy you with your darkest fears.
It's not letting me do that square attack. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, I was just getting set up. Alright, let's do this. He tried to mob up on me while I was had my guard down. What's up, bro? I don't know if you can hear me. Hold on a second.
It's the key to escaping this mind trap.
Dumbass knocking on my door every day asking for shit. Boss already.
And wake up. Easy now. You did well. It gladdens my heart to see you awake and free, my friend. You're the first to respond to my help and escape from that entity's grasp.
First of 11 million?
I am Oriandra, and I wear the cloak of the Sijic Order. I came to Somerset at the behest of our Right Master, when I sensed a dark and powerful mind magic emanating from this area. When I noticed your predicament, I knew I had to intercede. Take a moment to rest, but once you've shaken off any residual effects of the spell, I might require your assistance. And take this. I assume it belongs to you. It was near your unconscious body when I found you. I must return to the Eldbur ruins to the north and aid the others caught in Katora's mind trap. If you find yourself in the area, you might be able to assist me. Stay safe, and remember, you have a friend in the Sijic Order. I haven't isolated the source of the mind magic, except that the malevolent entity calls itself Katora. It imprisoned you in the mind trap in order to control you, but to what purpose I'm not sure. I have no idea. Whoever or whatever Katora is, it wields powerful mind magic. Much more powerful than anything I've ever encountered before. The mind trap is an insidious spell that has ensorcelled a number of victims. I'm still watching over them. You weren't the only newcomer to wander into this mind trap. Even a number of high elves have succumbed to the dark entity's power. With my help, though, you were the first to break free. That gives me hope that I can eventually save the others. You noticed that, did you? Very observant. The mind trap created replicas of items you already possessed. You needed them, so they became real inside the illusion. And of course, you'd still have them in the waking world. They are real, after all. The Sijic Order is an ancient society of mages, more akin to a monastic order than to the upstart Mages Guild, for example. We once served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel, before we departed the world to pursue other interests. It means just that. We took our island of Artaeum and sent it someplace else to better promote meditative study and contemplation. We maintain an interest in Tamriel, though, hence my appearance here during your time of need. I haven't isolated the source.
So the controls seem pretty easy. Except for sheathing your sword, I don't know how to do that.
Let the cat fight those monsters! The island sprung a leak! Run!
Should I kill him?
First, the Queen issues a decree that changes the status of Somerset from an isolated paradise into a tourist attraction. Now monsters, sea creatures, I've never seen anything like them. Well, I say let the cat fight them. Better him than me. Suddenly the ground opened, spewing water and strange creatures. They attacked us. Luckily, one of the newcomers, a Khajiit, leaped in and drove them back. Called himself Razumdar. He could probably use some help if you're so inclined.
Guessing this is the main quest. I don't know how to find it. Quest. Just checking my trophies real quick. These trophies are hard. Stay in this place for now, because the other places, Morrowind, Somerset, are DLCs. Sea creatures are cool.
Have you ever seen such creatures? Raz has not. Probably neither have you. Ominous? No, nothing of the sort. ask some questions. While you ask questions around the city, Raz can take care of some other business. It may or may not involve scratching and clawing. Let's meet near the entrance to Shimmerin when you have something. As a matter of fact, Raz made a list. Old Newell complained about it. No, true. Not the divine prosecution serves as lawkeepers and protectors of social. Something to do with monks and newcomer. Nothing at all. Unless Raz never saw. As a matter of fact, Raz made a list.
Do you see that? Stop! You stop! Fairy's pin. It'd be cool if you could pick that for characters. For the characters, you can basically pick like the same ones that are in Skyrim, Redguard, or one of the other ones that are human. I forget what it's called, but it starts with a B. What's up, baby girl? Too easy, Mom. Too easy. Let's go talk to these nerds. Better run. him. I want his armor. How do I call my horsey?
Sadly, not all of my...
Whoops. Oh, I put that shit away. I attacked this guy and I don't know how to put my sword away. Guess we just run away now. I don't know how to talk to him either. forgot what this place is called, but it's Land of the Elves. It was like a private paradise, and they opened it to everyone just recently. So all these people started coming out of nowhere, and they got attacked. And I was like in a spell in my mind or something. Kinda like Fallout 4.
Next time I'm in the field, I think I'll bring a great warhammer. Or two. Welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild? The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guild master and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment? Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you? Excellent. Right. Our new... there's a good question. We train our members. Guildmaster Yofnir passed away recently. There's a good question. No. We only draw blades in service to the guild. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there. Welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild?
Skip it.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome.
Never mind. But I had to do something. So that's it then. No, that's not it. It was the wrong quest.
A fascinating application of the technique. Welcome. Are you here on Mage's Guild business? Yes, of course. Always good to speak. We're book hunters of a sort. We are neutral in the war. Excellent. You are...
I don't understand this. equipped it. Alright, moving on.
What do you want?
Somerset, our fair and pretty land, is threatened from beyond.
This is awesome.
A clear and shining sea. The Welkin our Griffin knights, take
I'll say
wing
these two are
and
my
make
favorite
a
races,
stand.
Argonian and
Courage,
Kaji,
strength, and bravery.
and then the Orc.
Keep the ultimate free. Charge, O Griffin knights, fly on and fight our foes. Charge, O Welkin, take wing with swords and bows, swords and bows. From Alanor to Shimmering and every
Another side quest.
Mara, help me. Mara, help me find an adventurer? Oh, no, you have a... No, right. Rumor has it.
Probably like 8,000 missions in this. Trying to find the guy. scheming. But that's alright.
A coin for this unworthy one.
Newcomer in the warehouse district. Unusual. But how can I help you today, my friend? The Divine? Who told you that? If a Justiciar sent you to try and trick me into confessing... No, no. The High Elves would never send a newcomer to perform such a task. But I admit it. I made my thoughts known. I arranged to bring my cousin here to work with me. The ship arrived, but all the newcomers were carted away. For questioning, they said. I complained to the kin lady and anyone else who would listen. And what has it gotten me? Nothing! Oh, my family has been here for generations and generations. Before the Queen's decree, outsiders might have been rare, but we were not unheard of. Our business has grown and gets better every day. That's why I sent for my cousin. We need the help. Somerset is a rare and beautiful jewel in the Abetian Sea. I love it here. The High Elves treat us like children, but they have never been hostile. The Queen's decree has stirred the waters, though. I fear it will get worse before it gets better.
All the beasts...
find your own patch of beach. Not that you'd understand the concept, but the path to Alaxon requires dedication and complete concentration. I must find the perfect shells, or my pigments will be substandard. And do you know what that will do to my art? Exactly. An ultimate concept practiced widely here in Somerset. Alaxon is the state of perfection that every High Elf strives for. The path to Alaxon represents the approach we take to achieve that state. Now, why have you interrupted my work? I believe in caution as much as the next High Elf, but sometimes the rules get in the way of common sense. My apprentice lived here for more than a year. Good help is so hard to find, especially among the newcomers. And she was adept at making dyes. They took her away. Said they had to scrutinize her qualifications, test her knowledge of culture and etiquette. But I haven't seen her since. My work suffers. So of course I complained to the monks. Now I have to gather my own shells. They told me I could fill out some forms and appeal to the kin lady. But who has time for such bureaucracy? And for a wood elf? I've said too much. I have work to do, and all this aggravation has diverted my path to Alaxon. Not that you... An ultimate... Perfection requires constant vigilance, so back to it.
This is gonna be awesome. Although that's not the one we're gonna do right now. We're gonna finish this one and then we'll finish talking to Razun Darj. Dude is open. What's up, Giant? Take yourself off of his mod or what? You don't want to be a mod? It's all good if you don't. It's not like I need one right now. Sounds good to me. Yeah, you should have saw the beginning. She was like inside her mind or whatever. Kind of like Fallout 4. Damn, I'm sick. Have you played Skyrim, Giant?
This is unheard of. Why have you closed the monastery?
Good people, I hear your concerns.
For the workers I hired, they were aboard the ship from Rivenspire.
The Kin Lady and I, we have only your best interests in mind. Every guest must be sequestered while we ascertain their suitability.
Such anger. Raz never expected to hear such words from the sequester. Raz admires your enthusiasm, but this...
We don't want them here!
The only reason I got this one is because it was taking us to elsewhere. And that's the place I wanted to go. And then they also have like Murkmire, I think, where you go to the swamp. That place I also want to go to.
Sentry! Raz owes you for that game of cards and has come to pay.
Well, I don't recall any... you...
Don't you remember?
Hurry now.
Listen round, I've a warning to
You there! I have a... Damn it, why won't this work?
Did you see a golden knight?
I have no idea what that was, and I'm not sure I want to know.
It was God. It was epic. He was probably from Oblivion or something.
Sentry! Raz owes you for that game of cards and has come to pay.
Well, I don't recall any. You say I won some gold?
After this quest, we'll go to Merkmeyer. My dear all-dark Tilkalar. I'm so glad you suggested transferring to our beloved monastery. I'm so happy to use my influence to make that happen, especially after that insightful discussion we had concerning Queen Erin's radical and frankly dangerous decree. I look forward to working with you to make sure Shimmerine, and indeed all of Somerset, remains safe and secure. Cool story. This guy's a boss. Look at him. There's a trophy for all these quests. Dominion and others. The music is pretty good.
You belong on the other side of that door.
Suck my balls.
Oh, not now, please. Your spiritual well-being can wait until after my nap. You'll have to ask one of the monks that the new Aldork brought with him. They deal with all the newcomer testing and evaluations. I'm just a simple monk trying to catch up on my sleep. That was a hint, by the way. Again with the questions about the newcomers. Why do you care about the complexities of Altma bureaucracy? Still, if I had to make a guess, I'd say they were taking into the Undercroft for registration and processing. Now go away. The monastery should be a place of peace and meditation. The Aldork has closed us down until further notice. That means if any of the monks spot you, they'll raise the alarm. Me? I never saw you. Now, if you don't mind, my nap awaits.
Bye, old man. Yeah, the only problem is I don't have Xbox. I won't support that shit either.
Did someone tell you you could be here? I think
At least not right now, the way things are with it.
Do not waste my time.
Now we'll have to go outside.
Office, wouldn't you agree? I noticed you skulking around while I was engaged in some skulking of my own. I suppose we both came to the monastery with a similar purpose in mind. The sequestered newcomers. I came to find out what happened to a friend. I assume that's what brought you here as well? A house of worship shouldn't be used as an internment camp, and it shouldn't be locked to the public either.
Yeah, PlayStation has a lot of shit that I want to play. I want to get Ghost of Tsushima and Days Gone.
Interesting. I've never seen anything quite like it. I find it intriguing and a bit disturbing. But we aren't here to discuss curios. Strange creatures notwithstanding.
I think it's.
We need to find out what's happening with the missing newcomers.
Shit, I don't even know who it's by. The ones who made New Vegas.
The sentry doesn't appear to have stopped you, so I could ask you the same question. Let's just agree that we both have our methods. Curious, but I feel that there's more going on in Shimmerine than the usual politics and community relations.
Obsidian? That's what I was gonna say, but I wasn't sure.
That's the question, my cautious friend. We have a newly appointed Aldark and a disgruntled kin lady.
PlayStation also
both
has
opposed to the
virtual
Queen's
reality.
decree. A curious pearl. I wonder where the Aldark acquired it.
Kinda wanna play Astro.
Probably not important.
I don't have one.
I'll meet you in the Undercroft, and we can see what's going on with the newcomers.
I'm not sure that's out yet. They just announced it at the Game Awards.
What's the matter with you?
I think he was
Get out of
playing
here.
Outer Posts or some shit. You should look it up. I would say it's kind of like Fallout and what's that one where they're underwater? But the one where they're in the sky.
Something's wrong down here. I sense magic. Vile magic. Cages? These people did nothing to deserve such treatment. There's someone alive over there. See if you can help her.
Thank the Divines! You aren't one of the monks. Please, let me out of here. It's a nightmare. We came to Somerset to seek new opportunities. We barely stepped off the ship when they marched us to the monastery. Instead of questioning us or the usual high elf bureaucracy, they locked us in these cages. The monks gathered them a few moments ago and took them through the door on the far side of the chamber. Please, let me out of here before they take me away like the others.
So if we get to Murmark in time,
Is that
that'd be
a
cool.
scoffin?
Thank you. you for setting me free.
it? Why didn't you just do it for yourself? What happened? You died?
A Daedra? Here? And that's a Scoffin, if I remember my Daedric recitations correctly. Very curious. An excellent question, and one I hope to find the answer to. From the evidence before us, it appears this Nord killed the Scoffin before he succumbed to his own wounds. Good for him. I found this key on the creature's belt, so we can open that door. Then I suggest we pick up the pace. We need to determine what's actually happening down here, and who's behind all this. Without that, I'll explain everything later. For now, we need to hurry. Daedric cultists? The pearl's draining these people. Come on, let's talk outside. Those poor people. This wasn't just about newcomers and opposing the Queen's decree. That was Daedric magic back there. I just wish we had arrived a few moments earlier. I promised to explain what I know. I suppose that now's as good a time as any. I'm a member of the Psijic Order. Our Right Master sent me to investigate a warning we received about a plot involving Somerset. My inquiries led me here. Oriandra is indeed a member of our ancient monastic society. We once served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel, but that was before we removed our island home from the world. Now this threat has drawn us back. But why are you involved in all this? An Eye of the Queen? Interesting. I diffused the Daedric magic and transported the pearl to Artaeum, the Psijic island, for safekeeping and study, so we can learn more about it. But we can discuss this further once we get out of here.
Can't we just walk out? Is that not the way? little demon fucking. Alright, man. Thanks for stopping by. Smash that like button. As they put it. Another demon. Too easy to put you right in the front door, but fighting those things was epic.
Living on Artaeum for a few centuries doesn't prepare you for physical activity. Let the Eye of the Queen know what we discovered, and I'll catch up with you later.
Ah, this one's new partner returns. What interesting scandal did you uncover in the monastery? Tell Raz every juicy detail. That isn't the kind of scandal Raz was hoping for. Murder, Daedric rituals, and traitorous behavior have a way of ruining an otherwise perfect day. We need to learn the extent of the Kin Lady's involvement, and by we, Raz means you. Accuse? Not exactly. Raz wants you to talk to her. See what she knows about the Oldar. The Kin Lady is meeting with local leaders. Attend that meeting and learn the truth. This invitation and set of elegant clothes will get you through the door. A Sijik? Raz has heard rumors, but there are always rumors about the Sijiks. For an island of sages who disappeared more than 300 years ago, they certainly seem to get around. Did this Sijik mage say what the Order was investigating? There was a life-sucking pearl. You should probably have led with that bit of information. Well, we can worry about the Sijik mage and figure out where these pearls came from later. For now, go see what the Kin Lady has to say. Kin Lady Avanice and Raz do not get along. You see, there was a horse, a platter of pudding tarts, and... No. This one won't bore you with the sordid details. Besides, everyone behaves well when they see Raz. You will learn more than I would.
Hang on.
Somerset.
Yes? And who might you be? The Kin Lady is currently engaged. She's holding a conference with Shimmerine's elite to discuss certain political matters. Yes, so I see. However, I can't allow clothing of that vintage anywhere near the Kin Lady. Please return after you've acquired something more suitable for an affair of this magnitude.
How do I get clothes? I don't have any except these rags. Is that better?
Yes? The Kin Lady is currently... Yes.
Let's go to that other mission. Fuck that shit. Where is this from? Just pulled it out of thin air. That's sick. Now we can talk to her.
Yes? The Kin Lady is... Yes. So you do. And may I say that your outfit is suitably elegant. Please, head into the garden.
And then he leaves like it's over.
We all have concerns regarding the Queen's decree. I assure you that I am working with all Dark Tikala to safeguard the sanctity of Shimmerine and all of Somerset. Enjoy the food and drink. Business of the city requires my attention, but I shall rejoin you shortly.
How bold of you. The Neberard dares to stand in my holy presence. Very well, bold Neberard. Yes. What can the new Aldarg of Shimmerine do for you? And please, you heard that somewhere, did you? I'll have to have a discussion with the Divine Prosecution about how lax our security has become. No, I jest. The Kin Lady and I have nothing but the best interests of Somerset and the newcomers in mind. You really are well informed about things here in Shimmerine, aren't you? For a Neberard. You're right, where are my manners? Using a word you couldn't possibly be expected to understand. It means unwelcome. As in, you are not welcome here. That's a serious accusation to toss around so casually. What did you say your name was again? I want to make sure to add it to the Divine Prosecution's observation log. For your own protection, you understand. I suddenly remembered some business I need to deal with as well. Feel free to pester the other guests in my absence.
No, I refuse to deal with one of the Queen's guests, especially not in my own home. How did you get in here, by the way? No, never mind that. Such innocence. You really want to know why I oppose the Queen's order to allow newcomers to enter Somerset? Because I'm trying to protect both the island and the newcomers. It's in everyone's best interest that we maintain a separation. Aldark Tilkala came highly recommended. He has grand plans for protecting Shimmerine. Grand plans. Unfortunately, in my haste to deal with the Queen's decree, I may have made an error in judgment. Not that it's any concern of yours, but my Chancellor has been unable to verify the Aldark's existence prior to when we met, and I recommended him for the position at the monastery. I assure you, Kin Lord Millenthal praised Tilkala to no end. That's preposterous. Aldark Tikala sequesters the newcomers to ascertain their suitability for life in Somerset. Those who pass will find a place here. As for the rest, they'll be returned to wherever they came from. That's what we agreed to.
My lady, one of the monks said to deliver this message. It's from the Aldark himself.
The Coral Forest. An odd location for a meeting, but I need to hear the Aldark's explanation.
You can make your character different sizes, different heights. It's pretty badass. graphics are pretty good for a big online game like this. I was expecting graphics like a Skyrim still.
Pretend you are adjusting your boot or admiring the architecture. As hard as it may be, look anywhere but directly at Raz. Good, good. Now, tell Raz what you learned at the King Lady's manor. Raz thinks Avanis is as naive as she is complicit, but she is not a murderer. This new Oldark, though, has so much blood on his hands, it looks like he's wearing red gloves. From what I could discover, he didn't exist before he came to Shimarin. The Coral Forest? A strange meeting place. Raz thinks we should go and see what the Oldark is up to. After I take back that outfit, I might need it again later. Ah, you have a pretty admirer, my friend. The Sijic Sage, yes? Here she comes now.
I'm glad I found you. While watching the King Lady's mansion, I saw her ladyship sneak out the back and leave the city.
The King Lady is meeting the Oldark in the Coral Forest. Raz smells something, and it isn't moon sugar biscuits.
Your reputation precedes you, Eye of the Queen. I am Valcerin of the Sijic Order, and I agree that the Oldark is more than a simple monk.
We should work together, yes? But let's travel separately, to avoid attracting unwanted attention. Raz will find you both at the Coral Forest.
Why don't she use her claws?
One of Somerset's more unique environments, the Coral Forest. I used to love coming here when I was growing up. We need to find out why the Oldark asked King Lady Avanis to meet him out here. Based on what we saw in the monastery's undercroft, I'm hesitant to use magic to locate them. I suppose we'll have to find them through mundane means. Too bad the Queen's spy isn't here yet. I understand he's good at this sort of thing.
know nothing of the plan, you fool. Let me give you a taste of what the Prince of Bargains has in store for this pitiful world.
Your prince! I want no part of Daedra! Help!
Come, Nebara! Let me show you the power bestowed upon me by the Prince of Bargains. Yagra, destroy these fools!
Razumdar apprehended the Kin Lady. They're at the west edge of the Coral Forest. What happened to Uldoch Tilkalar? Did he escape? I think we can... You'd be surprised what a particular object can reveal if you know how to unlock its secrets. I need to return and tell Right Master Ikesis all that transpired here. If you're willing, I'd like you to come to Artaeum and confirm my story. The Right Master leads the Psijic Order from Kapora Tower on the island of Artaeum. This spell attunes you to a portal near Shimmerine in the ruins of the Keep of 11 Forces. It always leads to Artaeum, no matter the island's current location. One more adjustment and there! You are now attuned. Find me on Artaeum after you finish with the Eye of the Queen.
Ah, Five Claw. The kinglet Queen I read, the Prince of Bargains. That could only be Clavicus Vile. What oblivion-inspired nest of vipers has Raz stumbled into? This one has a very bad feeling about all of this. Where is the Psijic Sage? Raz would like to ask her what she thinks. The Psijic Order's interest in all of this concerns Razumdar. This one has never had much love of magic, or those that practice the art. On the other hand, now Raz has his own person on the inside. An Eye of Raz, if you will, yes? Then you must go to Artaeum and discover what the Psijics have learned. When you return, you can tell Raz all about it so he can pass it along to the Queen. Yes, Raz likes this plan. In the meantime, Raz will investigate the Daedric connection.
Have you come to gloat? To kick me while I wallow in my own misery? Well, go ahead. I deserve it. I met him at Kinlord Millenthal's party in Eleanor. We had similar ideas about the Queen's decree, and I recommended that he lead the monastery. Somerset isn't a stew pot, and the various races aren't ingredients to be sprinkled in like so much spice. What a hateful accusation. Tilcala told me he was going to send them back where they came from. I had no idea he planned to kill them. I give you my word. I just wanted the newcomers to go away. And to find out he worshipped Daedra? How crude. I certainly hope not. We'll have to get the Divine Prosecution in there to gather up the monks Tilcala brought with him to Shimmerine. We can't have Daedric cultists desecrating a holy site. I suppose I need to beg for mercy from the Proxy Queen.
place is freaking beautiful. Freaking beautiful. Place is badass. Look at the stars. Or planets. That's his chicken. Golden egg. That's awesome.
And there was
Probably
no
makes
sign of
bank from
Lathan.
him.
I don't know whether to be grateful or concerned.
We'll find him, Val. Now go check on the Pearl while I speak to our new guest.
I wonder how to get my horse.
What a rare honor Valcerin bestowed upon you. Only a select few not of our order have ever walked upon this sacred island. Val tells me your aid was indispensable in uncovering the false Aldarch's plot on Somerset. Unfortunate, certainly. The magic you describe sounds familiar, though I can't quite recall where I've heard of it before. I fear the pearls may be a harbinger of the threat Sothasil warned us about. Sothasil, one of the living gods of the Dark Elf Tribunal. He's an honorary member of our order. After an attack on his clockwork city, he warned us about a Daedric threat to Somerset and Artaeum. I sent Valcerin to investigate. Indeed, but not until we finish studying the Pearl Valcerin brought us. There are mysteries to unravel, and Val believes you will be instrumental to our success.
Quest is finally
We can get
done.
started immediately, unless you want to explore our island first.
For now. I might come back later and try the Murkmire DLC with the Argonians.
The next step involves a thorough examination of the strange pearl you and Valcerin recovered from beneath the Shimmerine Monastery. Hopefully, we can learn more about the false Aldarch and the source of the pearl's magic. We are the Psijic Order, friend of Valcerin. There is very little we cannot accomplish through the application of the old ways. Every object remembers its history. The trick involves selecting the correct ritual to reveal those buried memories. While I head inside to begin the augury ritual, I'd like you to go to Sothasil's study in the tower, find my acolyte, Oriandra, and ask her for Sothasil's amplification elixir. We may need it if the pearl proves to be resistant to our magic.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. This game's actually pretty cool. The graphics, they made it more like a fun game than a super hard RPG, but there's still the RPG elements. It's pretty cool. And of course, I got the Khajiit race like always. I'm supposed to use the claws instead of the fist, like in Skyrim. Alright guys, see you guys later.